I could. Can that be possible? Can it be 3 teams at 1 and 2?
Yeah, of course it can. And then it goes to head-to-head. We've had it before in OGA. We had it. That was UNC deck won the whole thing. Do you remember in the group stage they only went through, even though they went 1 and 2 because of like a head-to-head record. Where they won a game, but I'm not even going to talk about that. It was so ridiculous. Anyway, let's get into this series because I've been looking forward to this one.
Sure.
Obviously, first pick Mars, I think, has been the theme of the day and will be the theme of probably the whole group stage. I'm hoping something will change by the time the playoffs come around, and this Mars doesn't seem quite as popular. But LGD, whenever they get the chance to go for this Undying first pick, I'm pretty sure they go for it.
Yeah, in Viper band, Bloodseeker band, Wisp, Phoenix. LGD, obviously, that team that everybody's been enjoying play techies, so that'll always be on the watch. But Drow Undying is starting. We've talked about this Drow Undying combo a lot in just these 2 days. It's been pretty popular.
I'm not going to milk the content, B-Cup. I'm not going to milk the analysis of Drow Undying. There's only so much you can say. Both strong openings from either team. Obviously, Lina can flex, whereas LGD is a little bit more rigid with their laning setup. So, I think JT, when he plays this Mars, though, he looks good.
JT, go on.
I was just going to find it really interesting that first ban Viper this time was before it was like, yeah, we'll wait until like the second stage to ban it. And then the other game was like, we have to first phase pick it before they ban it.
Yeah, I would say out of all the heroes, I'm surprised Viper's that first phase ban. That's for sure.
No, I think that hero is good enough to ban at the moment. The people have started to realise how good it is. Yeah. As long as you don't pick it after a Mars, so you have absolutely no flex value and it has to go mid. And it doesn't level W at level 1. That felt really rough last game. I like that they're banning out these heroes that buff for Drow, though. Like, it's this Venge Beastmaster, right? Just take them out. What did LGD pick in their last series? They had some, like... Faker played Puck, that was it. I remember, there was some weird hero I remember thinking about from before. And,
yeah.
He played it really well, so... The thing I have about LGD is that they seem so flexible with the heroes that they can play. Like I feel like a lot of the other teams in China have a very similar hero pool to each other. Maybe we throw in a little bit of a spice every now and then. But LGD feels like they play some things that nobody else will play. Like Huck offlane, for example, is a bit of a weird one. Like techies, like tiny offlane, like Faith Bian in general and Jin-Q in general as players. Like just do crazy things. And they have so much flexibility in their like hero pool.
PA getting banned. We've seen a lot of Sardar and PA get banned. More Sardar than PA actually today. So interested to see where this goes. And they go to the Clinks ban. That's been not like the most popular of heroes, but it's definitely a hero that has found a little bit of popularity coming back, and we're seeing it here and there. I know we saw SCCC play that hero. I think, was it this event that he played that Clinks? I think it was. But we'll see what LGD want to go to now that they've got this Undying as well as the Drow. Obviously, I'm just going to continue to say techies until it's right, because that's my top tier analytical experience that I've got. Let me take a look. Was it SCCC? No, it couldn't have been, because eHome played their first series today. So it must have been another event that he played that Clinks. Yes, I can hear you.
Radiant team pick.
Ooh. So get that Jin-Q Rubik. And you know, with that Rubik, we've seen it a couple times today. It's been very strong.
10 seconds remaining.
Already a lot here that I think that Rubik can take advantage of in just these two heroes alone.
5 seconds
You've got
remaining.
the Lina, the Laguna Boy, the LSA even is really nice from the Rubik. And, you know, when you have the ability to throw these skills back, have that extra stun, especially if you pick it up from the Lina, it's very nice. And, you know, that burst damage from the Laguna Blade or having the Spear, like, just having these two heroes as options for the Rubik makes it a very good choice up to this point. So, let's see. Yeah. For sure, for sure.
But like the problem with stealing Spear from Mars is that he can toggle Bulwark. So good Mars players against Rubik will always toggle it after a spell, so he doesn't steal anything else other than Bulwark, which is a bit of a problem. Sorry about my mic, everybody. I'm back. Don't worry. I'm sure you loved the last little while. I wasn't speaking. Oh my god, this idiot's gone. Thank God. But
or oh no, this idiot has to analyze.
Yeah.
Was probably more so. Oracle getting picked up here. I think that's another hero that Rubik's going to be happy to steal spells from.
Yeah, I think the Oracle pick's good though in general. Like, I think having this hard save, we've seen Ollie play this hero before, and he's absolutely owned on it. Like, he looks really good. I think last OGA, I remember talking about how good Ollie was on this hero. And as the tournament went on, they started to prioritize it more and more. Even though they played badly in the tournament overall, I think Ollie looks really good. So I think having that hard save is always, like, really undervalued, I think, by a lot of other teams.
Radiant
What are they going to go for here on LGD? They go to the Doom. So, Doom, probably Faith Beyond's hero. Doesn't necessarily mean it will be.
I mean, Nothing to Say has played it before for them. I think last OGA he was playing it a decent amount as well, so it has flex. But I also think up against the Oracle, it makes his game a little bit more different. Because normally we see some teams pick Oracle into the Doom because they want to like keep people alive from dying during the Doom, right? If that makes sense. But it's also... This Doom pick's so good because we talked about it earlier that when you hit this BKB timing, some lineups really struggle to deal with it. And I look at these three heroes at the moment from IG, they don't deal with a Doom with a BKB running at them. So if it does end up being mid-Doom and they hit this timing in the game at like this, just before 15-minute mark with a BKB Doom, they like play tempo with the Drow and the Doom, they just run at them over and over again. So I think this is really good from LGD. And now IG have to decide how they want to approach it and what like core-to-core matchup they want up against the Drow.
Yeah. Let's see what IG go for. Because this is probably... Well, it doesn't necessarily need to be 4 Lina, 5 Oracle. I guess it's still flex. Flexes at the moment. So do they pick their one position here and keep that flex available?
Something like PL I think is interesting, but it's a little bit slow for the game.
Radiant team ban.
What do they want? Yeah. Okay.
Oh, wow.
So this PL is really good. It's good against Tombstone. It's good against Drow. Like they don't really have any illusion clear at the moment on LGD either. But I think now, what if you're LGD, you put the Doom as the offlaner, and you have a really strong lane up against the PL. Like Doom Rubik. Feels really good. PL can't really stop you from farming. But PL should get an okay amount anyway. But like we're saying, at this 15-minute mark, LGD will run at you, and PL won't be ready to fight. So if they can take a lot of the map advantage, like I'm looking towards them picking a hero last on LGD that works around this Roche pit still as well, because they've got Flesh Golem to work with too from the Undying. Like so they can play this tempo and take Roche quickly.
Radiant team ban.
And they seem to think it's going to be Doom mid, which is still a possibility.
Yeah, could be Doom mid, could be Doom offlane. I know Somnus for Elephant was playing this Drow mid, so they could still go to something else over mid, or over in the safe lane. I'm trying to think what kind of hero IG want, though. Like, what type of hero,
right? Is there something that they see as being really value?
Turn to ban. Radiant
I like the
team
shaker
pick.
ban though. They're lacking team fight in LGD. Okay, so they banned DP Storm. I think something like Invoker might be interesting. Having like this alacrity for PL late game, but also like the EMP control early on. I just think it's a really sad lane against the Doom.
PSG.LGD.
Emo plays the Invoker really well,
Okay.
but they're going to go to the Leshrac.
Interesting. And it also takes it away from LGD as well, because obviously one of the better heroes at dealing with PL. But I also think the Lesh does good things for them too, like fights early on to fight into this LGD timing. Works well with the Oracle. Like, you know how we sometimes see like the Omni Knight Lesh and like Omni Knight Storm and things? Like, it's very similar for the Oracle to enable this Lesh in fights. Now, you can throw the Fate's Edict on it and it doesn't stop the damage coming through because it's not a right clicker, right? It's all like magic damage that comes out.
This is where you go mid Rubik, off lane Doom, safe lane Drow, 4 position techies still. I'm a man of the people, Mo. They all want techies. They all want
It's
Jinky
not going to be
techies.
techies. They need a core hero, unfortunately. It's going to be Jinky Rubik. Sorry, B-Cup. I don't know what they're going to pick here. Like, I think well, I'd love to see Tiny from Faith Pian. I think he's really good at that hero, but well, Sang King looks okay as well, I think, potentially. Ooh. It's a good Timber game. I didn't even think about that as the hero to deal with PL. Oh god. It's not like a free Timber game, but it's really good again at hitting this timing at like the 15-minute mark where they just start running at buildings.
Timber is one of those heroes that could dominate the lane and really cause some early issues, and that combined with the fact that you're going to have a Doom that has Devour should be able to get to the top of the net worth pretty quickly with a Devour. Could make this pretty problematic for IG.
Yeah, and they have 2 cores that both need a little bit of time and space as well in the PL and the Lesh. Like Lesh, a little bit like less so. It can still fight relatively early on, but I think they're going to be very reliant on JT having a decent start to his game, and having a decent lane. Because I think if this Undying takes over the lane, Doom should do well mid, Timbershaw should do well in his off lane, and then effectively what happens is if Drow Undying has a good lane, they collapse coming out of the laning stage having a good start and like hitting this really early timing before IG are ready to fight. So IG, this game is either going to collapse massively, or if they keep themselves in it in the early stages, they should be able to like play towards this late game where the PL is going to be a real problem for LGD to deal with.
So, what are your thoughts? Who are you taking?
I think I'll go with LGD. I think they've looked the better team of the two. It's difficult not to go against them when they're winning so many tournaments and everything at the moment anyway.
Yeah, when they're on such a high win percentage.
Prepare for battle.
Speaking of which, I actually want to check, because I remember there was that thread that was like, LGD has won 93% of their games, and then they started losing. They lost like 3 series in a row or something like that. It was the ultimate jinx.
But this is the kind of thing that I was talking about from Faith BM, where they have so much flexibility in him and Jin Q that these last picks are so different from all the other teams. Like, how often do we see Timber from any of the other Chinese teams? It's almost never.
So they have, in the last 3 months, they've gone 29-8 in their series.
30 seconds.
So
I'd say they're pretty good.
72% win rate. Not as good as the 93. As they lost to SAG, Elephant, and Aster. But they're on a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, they're on a 1 game because they lost to Elephant in the Dota Cup. Okay, true.
Lots of stats for Rubik in the offlane. Starts at 720
The
HP.
battle
Jesus.
begins.
It's a lot of health. This Undying here for LGD. 80% win rate in 25 games.
Yeah, but
in the last 3 months.
They're so good with it though, like in general.
Like it's very, very good for them.
This Drow in a bit of trouble.
Getting body blocked pretty heavily by Kaka, and they might have the kill because of that. LSA lands, and they've got first blood. JT gets it.
I thought it'd come sooner.
Quick Undying, push the lane out before Drow comes back so you get solo XP. Quick.
And they've played Drow quite a bit as well. Like, they've played Drow 13 times, and they've won 12 out of those 13 times with this Drow for LGD.
Oh, and the Lena's pulling the wave as well. Okay.
Don't you dare.
We haven't seen too much of this in China in general. They're pulling the second wave.
TP away from JT. It's back to the tower to get to this creep wave.
Yeah, now Undying's going to go over and be like, oh, maybe I can pull this small... Oh, okay. It's blocked. Never mind.
Unfortunate for him. Doom, though, in 3. Timbersaw 7 and 1.
Yeah, I mean, this Doom should have a good start to the mid lane, though. Like, he's going to go and look over for the camps to eat a creep as well. And he's like, oh, my camp's blocked by this sentry ward. That sucks. Oh, wait, no, it's not.
D-wards that sentry. Jinkyu, he also gets a D-ward on a sentry. So it goes over to that camp, and now he's got Thunderclap, so nothing to say. Using that level 2 Devour. Emo just trying to farm up as best he can, and he's sitting at 10 and 3, so he's equal with nothing to say.
It's not even just a Thunderclap, though. Like, the attack speed aura from that creep feels really good as well. In these early stages of the game where your attack speed isn't that great.
Large wind-up as a Doom. You see the kind of damage that Thunderclap does with the Scorched Earth from nothing to say. Emo down to about a third health.
Yoshinki's so tanky in this bot lane. It's like 3 branches, stick, and a circlet, like +5 all stats and a stick. Normally when you hit this level 3 against the Oracle, you start to worry a little bit, but Jinkyu should be absolutely fine.
Mm-hmm.
And when this Timber hits level 3, I think Jinkyu just rotates away and leaves him.
Yeah. Because do you really see Faith Beyond dying in this lane up against these two heroes?
Absolutely not.
I will say PL is one of those fly heroes that he plays really well. Very proficient with this hero. We used to see him play this a lot when he played for both Serenity and Keen Gaming.
Oh, Serenity. Oh, top lane, Kakat. Tries to get the tombstone, but not only do they kill the leader, they deny the tomb as well. This stuff.
Dire's courier has been killed.
So, speaking of fly on this Phantom Lancer, he's got 63 professional games with it. And is winning at a 71% win rate overall.
It's pretty good.
It's his second best hero behind Faceless Void, who has a 73% at 56 games. So probably, I guess on the law of averages, might even be the same win rate if they were to have equal games.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this Jar in top lane has to be a little bit careful until Undying's getting back. He's kind of just being a little bit safe for now.
I assume Oracle TP's towards mid, right?
Doom's going to try and steal the bounty in here.
He's got
it. Sneaky, sneaky.
trying to get the slow with the lightning storm.
He has the boots advantage. I don't know what Emo's trying to do here. Like, he has no boots. Oh, he's just got them delivered.
Still can't catch him. I think he was hoping to get that lightning storm, get that slow, have Kaka maybe land a stun. But already a 1k lead, and obviously that's coming from the Devour that nothing to say is using, but also the fact that Timber's just dominating the lane.
Yeah, and they can't really do anything to him either.
But this is top though. Now you gotta fight JT, TP, Jinkyu, no telekinesis. All right.
Oh, the zombies are gonna chase him though, all the way to base. Get him.
A little bit of a skirmish.
Get him, lads. I've never really understood why Innocence doesn't go for Soul Rip at all until level 4, like a lot of the time. It seems to be like a very reoccurring thing. Soul Rip's such a crazy ability. Like, obviously he's much better than me. I just love to know why. Like, not why he's better than me, I mean why he doesn't take Soul Rip.
I could name a multitude of reasons on that first one.
I could also name a lot of reasons why he's better than me.
Microing might be
oh, come on, man. Don't throw me under the bus. Jesus.
A self-admitted poor microer, so it's not like I said anything. Innocent's taking a lot of damage.
There's some stacks of this dire top jungle already as well, that when Doom is able to push forward here.
Kaka needs to be careful. He's been decayed twice. Like, he's just gonna die here. JT throws the spear. That latches. Purifying flames coming in from Ollie. They've rotated over Emo. If they don't get anything out of this, this rotation is gonna feel pretty bad.
This feels pretty bad. Oh, the Judge walks back in.
I don't know about that positioning, and now the God's Rebuke is there. It's going to be not one but two. That really didn't need to go that way. They'll drop the Tombstone, they'll use the Doom, they get the kill on Ollie, they should be able to finish off this Mars. And neutral? Nope.
He's going to take the stack though as well on the Doom. This feels really good. Oh, okay, maybe not.
And I just... It didn't need to be that way, and Ame kind of stepped up in the trees, knowing that the Mars was there.
Yeah, it was a little bit unnecessary, but at the same time, look at bot lane. Like, Faithian's ready to go. He's going to start taking towers. PL just has to TP away. And this is where game gets really fun for Faithian.
It gets even more fun when he starts to move from the lane. The farming's okay.
Before boost. Like, he's really difficult to kill mid lane as well. Fly.
Taking a lot of damage. He's in a lot of trouble. They get the kill there on Ame, and Fly just survives. He may not get out of this still, though. Scorched Earth. Purifying Flames on the stun!
He might be in trouble now. He's okay. Run out of mana on the Lesh.
Using those drums to escape.
Jinkyu up in top lane got really low as well to JT by the looks of it. Faithian's actually made a rotation after taking the tier 1.
It's gonna be a massacre.
This is
It's fair to blame your parents.
I don't know, not exactly where I thought LGD would be. I thought they might be a little bit more ahead if they didn't make a couple of mistakes, and I think those mistakes are just the Drow stepping a little bit too far forward, not only top but mid now. And if they get that kill on a Fly, like, that's a massive boost for LGD.
For sure. Yeah, I agree with that. But I don't know. It's kind of like the laning stage is important for LGD, but at the same time, it's more about hitting their timings with the lineup. Where, like we talked about with this Doom, with the Timber, like kind of being almost unkiller, but at a certain point, he's got Blade Mail queued up. Sure. There's a lot of uncontrollable damage from the Lesh, so Blade Mail makes more sense this game than than other games. Oh, and they're smoking up. They scan, nothing to say.
Question is, can they get this kill? They should be able to drop the arena and lock him down, but they missed the spear. I don't know if that's going to matter, though.
He's still dead. He either stays around in the arena, or he just, like, otherwise he's going to die to the Lesh anyway. Like, it doesn't really matter. He just takes the Saxo and they get 3 bounty runes on LGD at the same time. So I don't know. It's not awful for them.
TPing in Faith Beyond. Immediately into a spear.
He has a hood
Taking
though.
a lot of damage very quickly.
I don't know, the hood passive just means he's not dying there. And then as soon as he's able to, you know, properly active, he's definitely not dying.
Things have sort of slowed down for LGD, I would say.
They have, but again, like I said before, it's not about them coming out of the laning stage all guns blazing. They still have to hit their timing within the game. You see Doom going for that BKB like we talked about. It's not too far away.
What's Jin-Q doing? He's farming up the bottom lane, trying to get what he can from this as he hits level 7.
Yeah, but look at Faith Beyond just taking the mid tower. Like, he's kept the catapult alive all this time, and wherever Faith Beyond exists on the map, they can't do anything about it on IG. So they're just going to try and trade, get whatever they can. But you're going to notice, I bet Faith Beyond, after he takes this mid tier 1, TP's top, like almost straight away when it comes off cooldown. Because he'll want to defend this tower. Yeah, here we go.
TP to try and save this tower, but we say that, and now Doom gets caught. LSA, that's gonna land. Nothing to say is dead again. That is another death for this Doom, who was starting to become a little bit difficult to handle with the amount of net worth that he's got, but now it's back-to-back deaths, and he doesn't feel nearly as strong.
Yeah, all about delaying the BKB as long as possible. That's really good. Like, when he gets that, he's not going to die to that combo anymore, right? Like, he can just run at them with Scorched Earth and things, but these kills are really good. They're doing a good job on IG of just ignoring Faith Beyond and letting him do whatever he wants. Like, if he takes towers, then he takes towers, because the worst thing you can do at the moment for IG is just run at the Timber and still lose the fight and let him take the tower anyway, because then you're not being efficient with your time. Like, at least the PL's just farming, he's doing his own thing.
PL takes over top of the net worth, and that had been the Doom for so long.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Just seems a little bit sloppy in some parts from OGD.
Yeah, maybe a little bit sloppy, but I think you have to give credit to IG as well to recognise that they need to run at the Doom instead of the Timber and things, right? Like, they understand he's the most important hero.
Yeah. Ame going for this Dragonlance. He's trying to find some open space and time.
I think Fly having a really good game, though, scary for LGD. Like, obviously they have Timber Saw to do the AoE damage, and they have the Doom potentially, but when there's an Oracle sat behind this PL, like, it's going to get to the point in the game, like Manta Diffusal, maybe a Skadi on top as well. He's going to be really hard to like kill and to deal with. So, giving him this crazy of a start is a little bit worrying.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
We need to really try to figure this one out, and it might not be so easy with where they're at the moment in the game. They're trying to pressure the 2-1 tower over top. The arena comes around the Undying, and a Laguna Blade used. Innocence ends up dead. Faith Beyond now needs to run. And Rubik will steal the Doppelganger, but Fly going to continue to chase Jin-Q. Ganger once again. This is his attention onto the Rubik, and he'll Doppelganger once more. Fade Bolt used. JT coming over. Spear thrown out. They get the kill on the Jin-Q, and now they'll look over at Faith Beyond. False Promise comes in, and Faith Beyond, he's going to fall as well. 3 heroes dead on the side of OGD, and this is falling off hard for them.
Yeah, that fight there is the real killer for LGD, I think, so far this game. Like, yes, Doom's farming at the same time. If it had just been Jin-Q that died, I think it would have been okay. The fact that Faith Beyond dies as well, like, every death on Timbersaw feels awful. at like this stage in the game. You want to be hitting this timing in the mid game where like the Doom has BKB by now, you're running at people, but everything's been delayed by really good plays from IG. So fair play to them. And again, now PL has Manta. He's got almost an extra 1,000 gold as well. I really like the look of how the game's going for IG. They'll be looking at this, you know, this is really great for us. Like, LGD have missed this whole first like 15-minute timing that they were looking for. So now they don't take Roches quickly, like after winning a fight. This Undying's felt pretty ineffective, where it's looked really good for LGD in the past.
And win probability 60% in the Dota Plus in favor of IG. Now look at that. This is, you know, what's the
Undying? God.
Yeah,
what's the what? Sorry.
Kill. What's the pathway? What's the game plan here for LGD? Because it feels like I don't know if it's they've missed a timing is the right way to say it, but they've certainly missed a moment in this game where it felt like they were ahead and could definitely have controlled things.
Oh no, they've definitely missed the timing. Because the Doom BKB's just come out, but it's at like 3 minutes later than it should have been, or something. Like if he hadn't died and had like a free star. So now I think they need to look to smoke up, potentially go with the BKB. Arena top on the Drow.
Arena down, Gust is there, so that'll make sure that the spear is a little bit delayed, but they purge off the silence and they get the kill. Gunablade used, false promises there. Can they keep the Mars alive? Stun onto the Doom, blink away from JT, and this is not going well again for LGD. They'll get the kill on Ollie, but that is all they'll get.
Oh, okay. Odds on Oracle surviving.
Ooh.
He's about to get hit by a timber chain, but
not normal that you get 3 disconnects like that.
Yeah, they'll be having like internet issues or something. It's fine. Yeah, okay, odds on Oracle dying B Cup. I want a number, please.
98.64%.
Okay. I was going to say 100, but
he's dead on his screen already. Let's be real.
He's going to die in about 0.1 seconds. Because I'm pretty sure that timber chain hasn't hit him yet.
Oh yeah, he's so dead.
If anybody in chat thinks Oracle's going to survive,
you're wrong.
Wake up. Yeah. Rubik's stolen LSA here as well, and they might be able to try and chase for more if they find Kaka. Like, he has Aether Lens, right? So the cast range... He doesn't have lift, but
and
if they
Keen
see...
Optic.
Yeah, if they see him, they can kill him. Like, for sure. Right, here we go.
And dead. And then Kaka making the wise choice and going north.
Dire structures are fortified.
Oh, Kaka.
Dire's middle
Well,
tower
all
Just
chatting
all chatting.
there.
Oh, he's gonna die as well. Hell yeah.
Oh no. All chatting, getting you caught.
I mean, it probably wasn't anything that bad, but
He said I was in the trees.
he said, "Screw you, idiot, get juked. Legs equals broken."
It was all in just those 4 letters.
Yeah, exactly.
JT blinking, cliffing himself.
They're actually like hieroglyphics, you know, like the Egyptian times, where like they would draw things instead to show what they meant.
Yeah.
That's definitely not what hieroglyphics are, but we'll pretend.
Eagle tome, squiggly line eye, eagle. What did I just say?
Said, "Wow, Mo Farah, you're always right."
Yeah. Yeah.
Nether Shawl for the Lesh, Nether Shawl for the Timber, which I'm assuming is going to go on as well. So, good items all around. Oh, Doom. Oh, big kill.
And if they can kill this Phantom Lancer, which he should be dead to rights. Yep. That's a big one.
I think he got the tombstone though, easy.
Tombstone gold is worth my life. Obviously.
Well played by LGD, though, to recognise they needed to find the PL, kill him off, because he was having an absolutely free game before that. So,
yeah.
It is what it is.
They need to use that Doom. Basically, I would say every time off cooldown to kill this Phantom Lancer if they can.
Yeah, they
one of the major issues.
They do, but at the same time, like they need Faith. When Faith Beyond gets Bloodstone, maybe he might be able to do like enough damage to be able to help deal with the PL. But what's he going for? He hasn't queued anything up yet on the PL. I wonder what he goes for next, because I think Scardy's good. I think Bash is good. Yeah, he goes Scardy. Like especially against these range cores like Drow. If you get Scardy, there's just no chance they can run away. I think when this Drow gets BKB, if they don't make the most happen with the Drow BKB before PL gets Scardy, I think the game's always going to become impossible for... Not impossible, but like... For LGD, the chance of them winning becomes so low. And they're going to go Roche on IG. Well,
and they're going to get it too. No way that they stop this. Nobody over here. Blink Dagger picked up for the Doom. The thing, though, is, like... Getting this Aegis on Fly, that stops him from getting doomed up and killed off. Like, maybe they take away the Aegis, but... If you're using Doom for the Aegis, that feels really good for IG, I'd say.
I think the main problem in these fights that they're having is the Oracle. Because if they don't kill the Oracle first, no matter who they go on with the Doom, they're going to get saved. There is a blink on Nothing to Say, though, so at least he can try and get to those backlines now.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
We'll see if that helps them in any way.
Radiant are scanning.
Can still slow down the Leshrax game. They want to just throw the Doom there instead of this Phantom Lancer.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
This game, net worth-wise, is pretty even, but it really does feel like it's teetering on the edge
Dire's
for
top
LGD.
tower has fallen.
Yeah, it's almost like they're going to hit a timing very soon on IG where they feel like they can just go, right? And I think the Scardy is the timing. The Lesh is already going for a tier 3. They're getting chip damage on. LGD just not ready.
They need to be very careful about how much they're willing to give up. Can't just be allowing the Leshrac to come onto the high ground like that and start trying to take your tier 3 tower.
I mean, the LGD timing, that if it doesn't go well for them, the game's going to get difficult. It's this, like we said, the Drow BKB. If they lose the fight with the first Drow BKB, that's... yeah, that's rough.
So, now a little bit of a net worth lead for IG. And just about has this Bloodstone finished off for the Leshrac.
Same as the Timber, though. He's almost there.
Bloodstone for this Timber. They're going to smoke up. Let's see if they can make something happen again. They're fighting into an Aegis. May not be the best of ideas.
What could possibly go wrong?
Does that courier have just a sentry? Follow that all the way over. Dragon Slave used. Bolt shot coming in. Blink. Infernal Blade. BKB that's been popped by Ame. Fly onto the backlines looking for Innocence. They'll use that Flesh Golem. Trying to go after Fly. They've doomed up the Mars. They just their attention onto the Phantom Lancer, and he turns his attention over onto Ame. They've got the Silence, but now there's the Manta. They get the kill there onto the Drow. They'll look for more. Emo's the one who gets credit for that as they hit the spear on the Faith Beyond, but it doesn't latch on to anything. Fly is actually stuck in the high ground. It's not going to matter as they will take a second in Innocence. Ollie falls, but that's just a 5.
These Oracles, like, Ollie, every time he plays this hero, he just causes so many issues. JT, jeez, he's in.
Blink, War Stomp, Inferno Blade. JT ends up dead, but you know, nothing to say. Himself is gone. They need to try and get the kill here on the emo. They just don't have the damage to do so. Fly's gonna chase Jinkyu. This game might, you know, be in the balance at the moment for LGD. I don't know what else they can do. They're behind 3K, but it feels like so much. Fly is able to freely TP out.
I disagree, Big Up. I think the game was in the balance 5 minutes ago. I think we're past that now. Like,
Yeah.
Game's really started to tip towards IG now. Like we said, the draft first BKB usage, if the fight doesn't go well, game's going to get really hard. Guess what? Like, the draft pops BKB, but didn't really do anything the whole fight, because PL just runs at her anyway.
Yeah, and the Drow ends up dying regardless. So really difficult for LGD at this point. I don't know really what the game plan ends up being to see them come back in this one. And I don't want to count them out. Like, it's LGD. They've played very well up to this point, you know, series after series. So,
but when you go for this Doom pick like this, and then there's this PL that comes out, you give yourself such a small window, like where you can go with this BKB, and then the really good ganks from IG. You know, those 2 deaths on the Doom shuts this BKB timing down so hard that window just disappears. And now that, yeah, the PO's at this point in the game where without Aegis, yes, they can kill him. Like, they have this Timber Saw that's doing a decent amount of damage and things, right? But the Oracle is the thing that really makes the PL so much stronger. Because even if you kill this PL, you have to focus so much in the fights to kill him, and then it means there's a Lesh just running around murdering everybody at the same time with Pulse Nova, because Disco Pony, for some reason, is still as strong as it is.
well, patches, man, they're not existent.
They're not a thing. They don't happen.
Double damage.
Because when the Skadi comes out from the PL, you have to remember it's not just the slow on the Drow, it's the healing effect on the Timber as well. Gets reduced.
Dire's courier
Like, there's so much worth from this item in the game.
So we'll see what Phantom Lancer can grab here, and what, 700 gold away from finishing off this Scotty.
He's basically there. Needs a couple of minutes or so. Less than that.
So we'll see what LGD can do, but the rebuttal here doesn't seem likely.
Like, I think they're not going to get back into this game by farming is the big thing. Yeah, they're going to smoke and they're going to go. You don't want to just be like, oh, well, eventually we'll just find a way. We'll kill the PL once and the game will be fine. It's not the way they should be looking at it.
No,
they need to be proactive about everything. There's a Skadi on the PL now. Here we go. If they kill him here, when he doesn't have buyback, this is massive. And they have the vision advantage going up in from the high ground. But Fly knows. Yeah, good scan.
There's
He's
the
out.
TP out. And even Ollie's gonna get out on this one.
Yeah, like, they're going to lose a tier 1, but, you know, it really just doesn't matter.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Look at the Radiant Creep Wave top as well. There's a cap out there.
You're
gonna have to glyph.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Get the tower.
Dire's top tower is under
Meanwhile, Lena going for the bottom tower. Like, LGD just not finding anything that they're really trying for at this point in the game. Now Phantom Lancer going into the Basher. So has that Scotty going to Basher next. Problems continue to arise here for LGD. Is there a specific item you see kind of helping them out? Like, is even that one item enough to try and turn the tides of this game?
I mean, Shiva's helps a little bit, but not really. Like, again, there's nothing you can build that, like, helps to solve this Oracle PL problem, I don't think. Radiance Timber, sure, like, it's a laugh, but He's going for the axe, which is kind of like they just need the more damage to be able to deal with the illusions. And when you get the spell amp from the bloodstone as well, like normally this bloodstone build isn't what you see from Timbers, right? Like, you just like Greaves and Halberd and whatever, and you go for this like enabling build. But Faith has to be doing damage this game, because if he's not doing damage, they're not killing the PL. So which is why you see his build be a little bit different this game. It's a good item. He might keep that. Oh, he's going to give it away. Okay.
4K posturing in the dire jungle.
Oh, Jar's going to go Ags, actually. I guess, like, I mean, I don't know if it's enough, though.
But really, what is going to be enough?
Yeah, like, if Jar gets, like, Ags Mjolnir, then yeah, you can clear through illusions, but I don't know. I still don't feel like they can deal with the real PL.
Look at how far they just want to pressure up. Because if they win this fight, they could go for Roche and potentially finish off the game.
If they win this fight, they can go high ground, because they're just outside LGD's base.
Yeah. There's the spear that's going to latch. So now the Doom is used.
Good tombstone.
And it's false promise on this Phantom Lancer. Can they get this kill? They've popped the BKB on nothing to say. They're going to try and make their move. Arena down off the edge of this fight. They've got the damage. They have the silence. Look at that kill on a Fly. Massive kill as he's dead for 80 seconds. No buyback. Laguna Blade used on a Jinkyu. They get the kill onto the Rubik. They'll end up trading 1 for 1, but this is not a trade they want to be making as they lose Ali as well. And this is right by Roche, but Roche still has 18 seconds left.
I thought the PL might have looked to try and potentially turn there and just run at the Drow, like with the Oracle ult on him. But yeah, just trying to run away when there's like this constant chase with like frost arrows and things as well. Great tombstone on the high ground as well at the start of the fight.
Okay. Uh-oh. Faith Beyond, he can't be going down here, and he's trying to heal. Oh, the Timber Chain! Does he have it? A multi-shot! The Force Step as well as the Gust! He's got the silence. Can they get the kill on the Emo? Yes, they can!
My God.
What was that? LGD, the skin of their teeth. Going from a good fight to a great fight to a Roche.
You have to remember at the start of both those fights as well, both of them start with IG attempting to go on the Timbersaw. He's like the one hero you don't want to initiate on this game. Like, he will just soak up all the damage, like, quite happily. And now there's a gem on the Undying as well, so not only do they get the Aegis, they'll start to gain a huge amounts of map control. Oh my God, I can't believe that.
Get the Aegis, they get the cheese, they've got Ags on this Timbersaw. I don't know when the last time I saw Ags Timbersaw was. Not that it's a bad item, but we usually see Timbers stay strictly utility. But like you said, Faith Beyond, he needs to be doing damage with this Timbersaw too.
Very game focused, this build, rather than like general.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
And Drow goes off the Ags. Okay.
Yeah, I think that's better. Drow though.
Laguna Blade, Spear, and Aegis might be used pretty quickly. Although I say that, Jinkyu has the Laguna Blade, throws it back. They've got the Aegis out of his hands. The BKB gets popped by Emo. Now they're going to try and give chase. But the BKB's been popped by Ame. War Stomp misses, only hits on a couple illusions. Timber Chain forward, looks after Kaka, gets the Chakram, lands it onto the Lina, and now over on a Fly. They've got Doom. They need to be careful on the side of IG, how far they want to chase, how far they're willing to go out past their base.
Yeah, it's an okay fight for them though. They like it stops LGD from being able to go high ground or like take any more fights because they don't have Aegis anymore. Yes, they still have cheese, which is a problem, but I think only losing the Lina there. I mean, they lose a tier 2 as well, but getting the Aegis away was a big deal. I think Lesh is going to be really disappointed with the neutral items they got at tier 3.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there are so many better ones that they could have got.
Blink God's Rebuke as well as the Spear. They are bringing in the Timbersaw, Laguna Blade that was stolen, thrown over at JT, as well as the Fade Bolt. Chakram, Timber Chain, Faith Beyond, yet another kill. And now all of a sudden he's at 20 Bloodstone charges.
Yeah, JT's struggling to find net worth in comparison to a lot of the other cores this game at the moment. It's falling off a little bit.
Net worth change. Look at
It's
the
crazy.
graph. It
takes
takes
is
12,000, 13,000 net worth, like, difference.
All it takes is one fight, though, right, where they go on the Timber Saw and they can't kill him, and all of a sudden, the rest of the team just turn up, and they're like, hello! Get off our robot boy. Mech, whatever you want to call him.
It's our robot inventing boy.
I think we still have to remember, though, that as the game goes on, PL's still going to get more and more. Like, he's almost finished this Bastion now as well. But his net worth progression in the last 5 minutes or so has been shut down massively.
Mm-hmm.
And the Drow with the Butterfly is going to be really strong now against the PL, because, you know, it effectively blocks a third of the damage that comes through.
So Drow goes Butterfly. You think Drow goes back for the Axe?
Radiant are scanning.
Probably not. I think she'll probably go like Crystallis or something. Or like Daedalus is the I think that tends to be what we normally see. I think she's realised that they don't need the illusion clear. Like, the Timber's doing really well for that. So like, she needs to just build single target focus like damage, so that when the real PL gets shown, they can actually kill him.
You keep saying the real PL, and all I'm thinking is, can the real PL please stand up?
They're both going to smoke here. This is game-deciding fight almost, I think, if it goes one way or the other.
Yeah.
Yeah, PL has no buyback, so... No, not the Timber again!
Here on the Timber, now the Yellow Zeta followed up, as well as the Laguna Blade that's going to be thrown out. Doom's actually in a lot of trouble. Nothing to say. Gets the Doom off before he potentially dies. He's getting chased down. The Blink! He just gets away. Pops the Refresher. They get the kill on a Faith Beyond, though. Now they've got the Spear. They'll take out Jinkyu.
Where was the Drow?
Drow's bottom.
I'll take that.
Like,
what?
I don't know whether they were expected just not to run into 5 heroes there. They wanted to get like a single pick off or something, but like that Lesh almost dies. I don't know. I feel like if they had that one more hero, the fight might have been okay for them. Because the Timber survived for so long. The Doom blinked in and got caught by the Split Earth that was aimed for the Timber, and he didn't get his BKB off in time, so they both lost like over half their HP before like they could even activate anything. Oh, they found one.
Now they're gonna go for the tier 2. And Kaka ends up dead. BKB's been popped by Nothing to Say. He's got Doom again if he wants to throw it, and it'll go out onto this Emo Leshrac. They'll get the kill on Leshrac. They look over at JT. Fly, he's in pretty deep. JT throws down the arena, gets the spear on Ame. Fly dead. Now JT next. Ame ends up going down though. False promise, TP, clumsy net, not a chance. And eventually he will explode. But first it's got to go to his thighs.
I mean, I can't believe Ame survived for as long as he did, but that's the power of the Butterfly, right? Like against the PL, because he doesn't have any True Strike, they can't kill Ame off quickly enough. So really well played by him. Good item choice, but now PL is probably going to realise, oh god, this is a problem. Like, Faith Beyond's killing all my illusions quickly because of the Axe. Drow's surviving because of the Butterfly. And yeah, so it's getting rough.
Ow.
What have you just done?
I slammed my knee into my desk.
That was dumb.
I was trying to sit my chair a little bit differently.
Don't do that.
Just don't do that, okay? Ugh. I get uncomfortable in my chair.
You're allowed to move your chair, just don't slam your knee into your desk.
Okay. You should have taught me that before I did it.
Worth pointing out though that Faith Beyond did buy back in that last fight, so if Faith Beyond dies again now, he's going to be dead for a long, long time.
Yeah. He bought back, but I don't know. It's so much that they have to commit just to kill him.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's a timeless relic, though, for the Radiant. Lesh just like, oh, cool.
Going Ags on this, Alina.
I actually think that timeless relic on Lesh is a big deal.
Yeah. Well, does he have it coming out?
Yeah. He's got it.
Okay.
Invisibility.
Oh, God. Oh, my knee still hurts. Spell Prism as well. Oh, wow.
And there's a Minotaur
And
Horn on
Havoc
the PL as well. That's a big deal.
Radiant are scanning.
Oh, Havoc Hammer Timber. Good, good.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, get in there. Timber Chain, Havoc Hammer. He's going to the BKB next.
Do you know what I was missing from my neutral line? Strength. Yeah, yes.
Radiant's bottom tower
18 of it
is
and
falling.
30 damage. Thank you.
Oh, now he can hit towers. Nice. He has the Timber Chain range as well. From the level 25 talent now.
Radiant's bottom
Oh
tower
god.
is under
What's
attack.
Arme taken? Yeah, cooldown reduction. Arme doesn't have buyback, by the way, on the Jai. Just put out for
Radiant's
Manta.
middle
So,
tower is under attack.
Interesting.
very volatile fight potentially coming.
Dire are scanning.
They're in the Roche. And they don't see them. Do they know?
Do they do this quick enough?
Oh my god, if
Yeah.
LGD don't get here in time, this is rough for them. This is the third Roche with an Axe.
Your shine has scattered the radiant.
And the Ags goes to...
You give it to PL,
Phantom
I think.
Lancer.
Yeah.
He's got to
I
activate
mean, you could give it
first.
to Lesh. Oh, he's bought his own. Okay.
There it is. He's going to activate it.
Oh god, this PL's so strong now. Like, all of a sudden the net worth difference is like 2k because of the Axe Blessing upgrade. This just gives them 6k net worth. Crazy.
And that's game saving for IG.
I know that this might sound really stupid, but I would consider if I was the PL going for the crit at level 25 and getting a rapier. Because I think these illusions are all dying so quickly anyway. That it's like, well, if I just focus on my main hero, almost, like, and just run at them. I think they can kill the Drow so quickly if he gets the crit and the rapier.
They're already killing the Drow pretty quickly.
Well, that last fight,
Yeah.
it took them ages
Yeah.
around the Dire Tier 3.
Yeah, but I mean that's under the tower, making the jump. I guess, yeah.
I mean, the Doppelganger is like the safest choice, right? But
He'll have the Abyssal Blade to get on top of him now.
Radiant are scanning.
Scan.
well played by Innocence.
He's the one who is going to break the smoke, and they've got the Doom out on the Lestrak already. Phantom Lancer, Telekinesis, and in some trouble to get the kill on Innocence. He'll buy back immediately. False Promise ends on Emote, but the Doom has not. So he's still
Where's
out of
his
this
PL?
fight. And Fly all by himself. Chakrams, Timber Chains all the way over. Trying to find Fly. Comes across. There's the Abyssal out onto the Rubik. But they will find the first life from this Phantom Lancer. Gust is a little bit early. It hits onto the Mars. They've got the Telekinesis once again with the BKB being popped by Emote. Cheese eaten by Nothing to Say. And now it's going to be the Hurricane Pike that pushes Drow onto the high ground. They get the kill on Emo. They lose Nothing to Say. They'll take out Kaka. He'll buy back. And now they'll look over as Ollie's being chased down.
Oh, Fly!
Clumsy net. That's going to land. Ollie, he ends up dead. Faith Beyond with another kill. Oof, they
Oh
get
my-
Fly. Jinkyu gets the kill there. The Laguna Blade's thrown, and Kaka did again.
Jinkyu is an absolute boss. That was so sick. He managed to catch the PL with an LSA. And then he like catches him with the Fate Bolt, pops the Ghost Scepter so he can hang around and then blast him with the Fate Bolt again because he has the level 20 talent. And just kills him off in the backline. And now like Fly doesn't have buyback. That fight was like all Innocence though. Like he breaks the smoke on the high ground, instantly drops the Tombstone down and gives himself up straight away. So like the second Tombstone goes out. And in the backline, Nothing to Say just jumps in and dooms up the Lesh.
Tower is under attack.
So like PL is just left on this like part of the map by himself that nobody can help him because the Doom's just jumping the backline at the same time. What a fight by LGD, just well baited in by Innocence. They knew exactly what IG were doing.
Throws that tombstone on the cliff to start too. And we've talked about how stupid tombstone vision is.
That's crazy, isn't it?
Fire picked up for nothing to say. He's up in 3 seconds. Phantom Lancer in 25.
Radiant's bottom barracks are under attack. Radiant's bottom barracks has
Give themselves a second set of racks.
bottom barracks has fallen.
Faith Beyond, story of this game, honestly. It's played so well. I think he really saved the game for his team.
Yeah, he did. I think his item build's very good though as well. He knew exactly what his job was in this game. He's getting Dagon as well. Screw it, why not? Oh, he got Hex. Okay. And the sad thing for IG is I don't even think they played awfully this game.
No, not at all.
Like, I think they've done really well, and it's been a great game. But LGD just... They always somehow seem to clutch it. Like, whenever they're like right on the edge, they always find a way.
Oh.
Emo?
Nothing to say. This is death and no buyback, but the damage from Ame. Disarm now. I'm gonna get up to the high ground. BKB gets popped. Gust pushes back Firefly, but he's got the Manta to now get that silence away from him. They're getting the kill on Ame. He doesn't have buyback, and we were just praising the fact that LGD always seem to clutch it out. But right there, right then, IG are the ones clutching it out. They'll go after Faith Beyond. He'll pop that Havoc Hammer. Innocence ends up dead. They'll get the kill onto the Mars. He actually does have buyback. And all of a sudden, 4 heroes are dead without buyback on IG.
What I meant to say was, when I said they always find a way, they always find a way to not win? Maybe? I mean, I think that all comes down to nothing to say, just dying straight away. Look at IG's base as well, though. They need to send some heroes back.
And then Ame was in a good position, but once he got disarmed, he was then no longer in a good position, if that makes sense. Like, his position is only good on the variable that he still has the ability to attack.
Oh, the Edict as well. He doesn't have the level 25 talent, but it's still a lot of damage. Should Faith push in this tower? No, he needs to defend. Like, he has so much spam potential with the ults.
Okay, we'll take at least one melee
so
rack.
Annoying.
Creep's still pushing into the base, but tier 4 is not really in much trouble at all.
Well played by IG though. They find a way back into the game here. And like, JT's net worth is lacking behind, but he's still doing his job in fights. Like, he's getting good arenas down. That halberd on the drow on the high ground was really clutch. LGD just not ready for that fight. IG take it on their own terms. Ooh, there's a nullifier on the Doom. Interesting.
Yeah, picked this up before he ended up dying. Or no, he picked it up as he was dead. And then when he respawned, he had it. After the,
there's an arcane rune here.
Bottom.
And I think Faith Beyond and Nothing to Say are discussing who should take it.
The discussion sounds something like this. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
No, you take it. No, you take it.
No, you take it.
They're pinging mid.
They're gonna go. There's the Bleak as well as the War Stomp. They've got themselves the Doom out of the Lina. Now they look over as they doom up the Oracle as well. But there's the arena down. They get the kill on the Xingqiu. He's gonna be dead for 87 seconds without buyback. They've got buyback available on the Oracle, but they end up losing both Kaka as well as Ollie. Ollie buys back. The damage on Innocence isn't gonna be enough just yet. He's able to survive for a little bit longer. They've got themselves a sword that's keeping Ame alive. But now Ame on the run with the BKB being popped by JT. They get the kill onto this Drow Ranger, but is it going to be enough to win the fight in full? They've got Ollie back into the fight, and they've got themselves a false promise on Emo. They get the kill on a Faith Beyond. They'll take out Nothing to Say. That's 4 heroes now, 5 heroes down to the side of LGD. They'll buy back on Faith Beyond. Emo ends up surviving, and the only one who ends up dead is Kaka.
Dead?
Back on Ollie. Yeah, he's dead. He doesn't have buyback. Dead. Gem on the deck.
I mean, that was a really good opening from the Doom. Like, he gets the Dooms on both the supports, but I think Dooming up the Lina isn't the right... I think Dooming up the Oracle's fine, right, if you have 2. Like, that's more than okay. I think using a Doom on the Lina is a bit unnecessary when she's at, like, half HP already.
Yeah.
Like, in the moment, it definitely feels right, but, like, in hindsight, it's kind of like, oh, I probably should have saved one for, like, the Lesh or something, right? Or, like, the PL, or...
I think it's just unfortunate that the Oracle has buyback, where, like, minimal buybacks are available. Because if he doesn't have buyback there, then they don't save the Leshrac, and things go a little bit worse for IG. Kinesis?
Definitely not over yet, though. Like, this game's so close.
Yeah, and the net worth has now gone from 12k in the favor of LGD to 8k in the favor of IG, so that's a 20k shift.
They're just going to smoke at them again.
4th Roche is going to be available in 45 seconds.
Oh my god.
Arena down. BKBs are going to be used. They've got themselves a spear on Innocence. He's taking a lot of damage very quickly. As has nothing to say. Who just bought back. He's going to be dead for 2 minutes, and they'll take out Jinkyu as well as this Undying. Undying buys back. That was so much damage so quickly. What is going on with JT? He is hexed up, hasted up. And now the spear comes out, lands on a Faith Beyond, and well, he's done so much for this game, but now with him dead, they'll call GG. IG lock it down and take game 1 over LGD.
LGD always find a way, B-Cup. They always find a way.
That is the quickest caster's curse I think I've ever heard in my life.
So now I know that caster curses are real.
Yeah.
The patch is definitely not coming out tomorrow. Please, Gaben.
It's early December, dude.
Save me, Gaben.
Early December.
What a game, though. Honestly, that was crazy. So much back and forth. Like, the fights looked really close a lot of the time. I think nothing to say